Hello, everyone. I'm Brian Alden. I'm joined today by head women's basketball coach Chris Paul. And Chris, split last week with Omaha and Western Illinois. Another tough, very close game at Western Illinois, but a really good game here at home, defeating Omaha. A couple of really good performances from Haley and Camila. Can you just talk about the week for us?
Well, obviously it was a long week again. With one win and another one where we felt like we had it and just slipped late. Proud of the effort to get the win here, even though we didn't do everything right. We battled. Took the lead in the second half and then didn't let up and hung on there for a hard-fought win. One we needed. We just needed to find a way to do some things right down the stretch and win. And then going to Western, it was just very similar to the last time we played them, Brian. They got off to a good start. We took the lead at halftime like we did here. We stretched the lead in the second half like we did here. The only difference is we hung on until the last 2.2 seconds and, couldn't get something to fall and end up losing a close game. So all in all, it's just it's been a tough year because I feel like our kids are working hard and putting themselves in position, and I'd like to see them get some more results. But on the other hand, I know that we're going in the right direction, and we still have a lot of games to play.
And speaking of a lot of games, another trip to South Dakota this weekend, taking on South Dakota first on Friday, and then South Dakota State on Sunday. You talk about close games. Those two were very close here at home. Obviously, it's always a tough match when you go to South Dakota State. But, just getting started this week, what are your thoughts going into the weekend?
Well, it's a tough road trip. South Dakota and South Dakota State, I don't think they've lost a conference game at home. They play very, very well, obviously, there, and they're good basketball teams. But it's an opportunity for us, Brian, to continue to grow as a program and prove that we're just going to continue to put ourselves in the right position to win games. You lose a game to South Dakota by 1. You lose a game to South Dakota State by 1. So you have a chance to redeem yourself a little bit. I think it's a great time to do it because – obviously we're sitting in a position where we would be the 8th seed, a very difficult spot to be, and you don't want to be the 8th seed going out to Sioux Falls. So, our backs are against the wall. It's a big challenge. But I like the way the kids responded on the road at Western. We haven't played great on the road, and I felt like we did some good things at Western. We competed and put ourselves in position to win. And now I'm excited about another challenge, another opportunity to prove that we're a whole lot better than that conference record right now, and what better time to do it than against the two best teams in the conference right now on the road.
One particular play that kind of stood out to me this past weekend was Cam. She comes off the bench. She averaged 18.5 points last week.
Mm-hmm.
Haley averaged 21.5 points. But, talk about Cam a little bit and just kind of what she provides off the bench.
Well, Cam obviously is putting herself in a position where, a lot of people would say you need to start her. But she performs well off the bench. There's certain people that, and I'm not saying she couldn't start, don't get me wrong, but she's found her role right now. She's found her niche. She's very comfortable. And obviously I'm playing her a lot of minutes anyways off the bench. But she gives that spark that when the opponents go to their bench and I can go to ours, I feel like we have an advantage. And, she's starting to come into her own. It took her a while to figure out the difference between junior college and Division I basketball, which there's a major difference. And she's starting to figure it out now. She's under control. She's aggressive. I think once we switched our defensive style to where we're pressing and running up and down the floor, that suited her. So now she feels comfortable in what she's doing. And what a tremendous asset right now to be able to bring off the bench somebody that, like you said, got 18.5 a game this week. So if Haley can continue to do what she's doing and we continue to get good bench play and get solid post play from Hillary Moore and Kiana Gary and all the others, and Cam can start stepping up and scoring like she is, then we're going to be very dangerous here in these final 7.
All right, Coach, and we'll look forward to the 2 games this weekend at South Dakota and at South Dakota State. Thanks.
Thanks, Brian.